Have you noticed how, when the world goes quiet, your mind suddenly gets louder? You try to rest, but thoughts you ignored all day start knocking on the door of your mind. You replay conversations, imagine different outcomes, overthink things that didn't even bother you a few hours ago. But why does this always happen at night? Why does silence make the noise in our head so much clearer? This question matters because it reveals something deep about how our mind actually works. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your brain becomes its loudest when the world becomes its quietest, and why that moment before sleep can feel like both peace and chaos. And this next part is where most people completely misunderstand overthinking. It's not always about anxiety. Sometimes it's something else entirely. Point 1. The brain finally has space. All day long, your brain is flooded with input, notifications, noise, tasks, people. You're constantly reacting. At night, when all of that stops, your mind finally has empty space. And what does it do with that space? It fills it with everything you didn't process earlier, unfinished emotions, thoughts you pushed aside, questions you ignored. Now they have room to surface. Point 2. The body is resting, but the mind isn't. Your body begins to slow down before sleep. Your heartbeat, your breathing. But your brain, it's still active, especially in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for reflection and imagination. That's why lying in bed feels like a mental spotlight. The more you try to rest, the more your brain uses that calm to think. It's like silence gives it permission to speak. Point 3. The illusion of control. Overthinking often comes from a subtle need for control. When you can't control what will happen tomorrow, your mind starts replaying yesterday, searching for meaning, for patterns, for what-ifs. It's your brain's way of saying, maybe if I think enough, I'll feel safe. But the truth is, the more you think, the less you rest. Because rest requires trust. And overthinking is the opposite of trust. So the goal isn't to stop thinking. It's to give your thoughts a home before night comes. Spend a few quiet minutes each evening writing or reflecting. Let your brain speak before you lie down. When you do, it doesn't need to shout later. Sometimes, peace isn't the absence of thought. It's just giving your mind a place to rest, too. At night, the mind whispers what the day made you forget. It's not your enemy. It's just trying to be heard. The question isn't, how do I stop overthinking? It's, what is my mind trying to tell me when everything else is silent? Because sometimes the thoughts that keep you awake are the ones that matter the most. good night.